Brainstorming can get a bit of a bad rap, often because it's done badly. What I would suggest is if you do brainstorming well, it can be a very, very powerful way of coming up with some great ideas and building on the ideas of others. Let's take a look. So why would you use brainstorming? It's all about quantity. It allows you to generate many ideas without censoring or self-censoring. The basic idea is you generate a lot of ideas. There are going to be some good ones in there, or at least some that are worthy of combination and development and further development. It's a collaborative tool. It gives everyone a chance to contribute and also to build on other ideas. So you may not have a killer idea, but you'll see some others that will sort of stimulate what you've got, and you can really add to those. And it allows you then to come up with some unconventional combinations of ideas, and that's where a lot of the power is in coming up with combinations. How would you do it? Well, first of all, you should write out your how might we statement. That'll keep you focused, and then establish about 3 to 5 design principles. And these are things that your research is telling you that your design should accomplish. So for example, if you do your research and you find that people see a coffee shop as a place to socialize, then what should happen is that any idea that you come up with, or not so much any idea, but the final idea you end up with, should have socialization allowed for. It should be part of it. So some of the rules. Defer judgment. Don't criticize ideas at any time during this process. This is about just accepting ideas and building on them. It's about generating many ideas. They don't have to be good ones. They're just ideas, and then you'll find good ones among them. Encourage wild ideas. Push people to really get silly, if you like. I mean, somebody might think of an idea to build a coffee shop in space. Well, you might say, okay, coffee shop in space mightn't work, but I've got this great idea of what about an astronaut experience in a coffee shop, right? And so there might be a space deck or whatever within the coffee shop. Maybe that's still a stupid idea, but it's an interesting one. And what you do is you build on the ideas of others to come up with other ideas. Stay focused on the topic. You don't have to be too strict about that. You can wander off and come back to it. One conversation at a time, be respectful, draw, that'll help access that creative part of your brain, and go for quantity. Don't get bogged down. What you're trying to do is keep the energy up and think of lots of ideas. One tip I give you is allow people a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes maybe at the beginning, to just write down ideas on stickies on their own, 1 idea per sticky, and then they can start off by getting them to put all their stickies up on the board and then start to build on what you've got there. And you can always return to individual ideation at any time and go back and forward to the group. There's a really good video on this by the design firm IDEO. I'll put a link to that in your materials. Actually, there's one in the Miro board. I'll link to it, in the Miro board. And take a look at that. It'll give you a sense of what this is all about. So let's take a look at the Miro board and see what we've got there. So here we are, and there's a brainstorming template. There's a bit of a purpose statement there. Here are the rules that we talked about. Make sure you're in agreement in your team on those rules, and don't allow people to criticize. That can really destroy a session if people get too critical. Problem frame, who needs what, because why, how might we statement. That's really the essential thing. This is optional, the problem frame, and then the design principles, and then you can expand this brainstorming area as much as you like.